It's Week 8 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Lions and the Commanders on Sunday night primetime.
Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital, we've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Glad to have you with us, football fans. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up here in the broadcast booth, and Brock one side with a clear advantage coming into this one, coming off the bye week, while their opposition, well, not only are they less rested, but they're coming off a big L as well.
Just a reality. Just a reality of the NFL that every season you're going to catch somebody coming off a bye or in more time to rest up than you did. And if you feel sorry for yourself, well, you're probably going to lose. When these games come along, it's time to grit your teeth and work even harder on those tired legs. You're going to see a lot of teams in that spot try some big plays early to grab that momentum.
St. Brown's got it, complete. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Sending a receiver left. It is caught left side. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. Second down now, 7 to go. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Play made by Deron Payne. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Gibbs now from the gun. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. Brooks on the counter, and he's brought down for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is gone. He sends this one to the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Hardy on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, Well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week. These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field. That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes, they so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. They go play action with Goff. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Try and get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. So 2nd down coming up. They give to Brooks, running right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. They go play action here. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st down throw from Goff. Got Williams, and it's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26, and that will set up 1st and goal. Brooks scores, touchdown Detroit. The Lions get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Our score, 14-0. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. Escapes out to the left. He's keeping it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Lions 43-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And they take this in for the score. The Commanders make it a one-score game in the first half. Jayden Daniels with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Goff to the air now. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
On 1st down, here comes Brooks. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Running once more with Brooks. And they'll bring him down after a small gain to the 48. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Now Goff. Setting up the running back screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. On first down, here's Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun, Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Daniels throwing on third. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking Amari Cooper's way there. And that brings up 4th and long. The Commanders ready for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And the Lions will take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Goff. He finds Laporta. And he's going to reach his own 20 before stepping out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Shotgun snap here to Goff. This finds Chark complete. Has some daylight through the 40. Inside the red zone. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 13-point lead. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
That one splits the uprights, and the Lions double their lead to 14. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Commanders set to take over. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Daniels on first down. It's taken in by Sinnott. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to throw, here's Daniels. That's complete, here's Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Short pass brought in. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll run here with Blake Corum. Big gap up the middle. And he goes down, so they're set up with a nice 1st and goal as we've reached our 2-minute warning.
Washington Commanders, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Throwing from the gun. Finds his target, Robinson. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Daniels back to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And the kick by Folk is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Here's a return from the 7. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Lions ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. 1st down throw from Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Goff on 1st and 10. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate, it just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back, nowhere to go but for a sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. That one's cut along the left sideline. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Lions push their lead to 18. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Hardy on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Commanders are ready to get their offense out there for the final time in the 1st half. They'll have to be quick about anything they want to do here. We're just moments away from halftime. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for 1st down. Daniels now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. From the gun, it's Daniels. On the move, headed right. And he'll get it up to the 44. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. Here's 2nd and 7. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. He'll throw it. No place to go, so he just threw it away. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Back to throw it. And it falls incomplete. That brings us to the break, and it's the visiting Lions holding an early advantage. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Raiders who were able to come away with a road victory. Trey Tucker, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Demario Douglas, a touchdown catch in the victory. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the LA Chargers. In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Out comes the offense from Washington to begin the third quarter. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Gets this one to Blake Corum. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound thud. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was 3rd and extra long, and now it's 4th and forever.
So out now comes the punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. 65 yards on the punt there. And it'll be their football. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game. His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Goff on third. Has a man. It's Brooks. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Hand off here for Brooks. And he's brought down for a loss.
I'll tell you what, anytime we get to see this safety display his range, it's a thing of beauty, not just in the passing game, but look at him navigating all that traffic downhill and applying the hit to stick it behind the line.
From the gun, Goff. Finds Laporta. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Third down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
On first down, it's Goff. Throwing the out route complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Second and 13. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. This one from an even 40 yards out. Koo able to put it through. And that stretches the lead to 21.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Hardy on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders all set to regain possession. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Got a man, Robinson has it. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. All right, here we go, second down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. He's got a gain of 6 there. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. That's going to be 6 on the run, so that brings up 3rd and right around 8.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Here's Daniels. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now Daniels to throw. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Alex Anzalone with the pick.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
The Lions getting ready to return to the field. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
From the gun, a give to Brooks. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Goff to the air now. Laporta with the grab. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's Lions football, and they've got to be happy about this lead to start the 4th. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing is gone. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it. The Lions readying for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 23. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now, Daniels. Complete, it's Cooper. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Buys time, rolling right. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
From the 39. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
At the 49-yard line.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Dump off caught by his back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Finds his man, Corum. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Tough one to retain through that hit. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. They'll run it with Robinson. Broke through the tackle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Jukes out a one-stop. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Now, after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8. Off play action, Goff. Wow, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Mike Sandra still makes the play. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these 2 defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
The Commanders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Daniels on 1st down. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. It's a 13-yard play. Well, Dan Campbell never shy when he disagrees with a call, and he's thrown the red flag
Previous
here.
play is under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. Daniels from the pistol. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So it's second down coming up.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Daniels. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Able to hit Robinson, complete. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Brooks on the give, headed right. Works the sideline to the 30. Down the sideline to the 45. Down the sideline into the red zone. There it is, touchdown Detroit! The Lions keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Lions continue piling onto this lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Hardy on the return. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Offense ready to begin this drive, first and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. On first down, here's Daniels. Throw complete to Sinnott. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Commanders will have a first.
Washington Commanders first down.
To throw, Daniels. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
This will be caught by Cooper. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. To the line we go. They're set, first and 10. Again, Daniels to the air. Got Sinnott, it's complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Offense set for a first and 10. From the red zone now. Got a man, Robinson has it. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5.
A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. One final shot here. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left, so a positive note at the very end in this loss. The Commanders making the scoreboard look a touch better. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. They can make the loss 1 point closer at least. And that one is through, so take a final point off of what's still a pretty big lead as this game comes to a close. So the Lions get the win on the road. And with this being their 5th consecutive victory, Brock, it's easy to argue they've been the best team in football over the last month. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as with that, we sign off from D.C.